You are about to hear a guided meditation on Psalm 23 or Psalm 27. The focus of the guided meditation on Psalm 23 is restoring my soul. And the focus of the guided meditation on Psalm 27 is gathering me in. The most urgent desire of the psalmist, as expressed in verse 4 of Psalm 27 and echoed in verse 6 of Psalm 23, is to dwell in God's house, to find a place of serenity where we can turn away from the reality of daily life and come to feel the sweetness of God's eternal presence, may also be high on our own spiritual agenda. If we listen closely to the words of the psalmist, we can hear the message that God is always there to gather us in, always ready to restore our soul. And we can learn what we need to do to find those blessings and bring them back with us to enrich our daily lives. Guided meditation provides a way to help us listen closely to the words of these two psalms. I invite you to join me in this journey. My name is Joe Rosenstein, and my website is joerosenstein.com. After you've listened to these meditations, feel free to share with me your reactions to what you have heard. Though deeply rooted in Jewish traditions, the meditations are available to people of all spiritual backgrounds. The verses are recited in both Hebrew and English. If the Hebrew words are unfamiliar, let yourself be absorbed in their sounds. You will need to set aside 30 minutes when you can give your full attention to the meditation. The recording you are about to hear was originally made in 1995 as an audio tape and was accompanied by a card whose text has been incorporated into these introductory remarks. You should not listen to this meditation while you are driving, even if you keep your eyes open, because listening to the meditation will slow down your reflexes, and that might put you in danger. And you should not try to listen when you are very tired or when you are lying down, because you may fall asleep. Unless, of course, you want to use the meditation for that purpose. Find a place where you will not be disturbed or distracted. Turn off your phone, put aside your to-do list, and find a quiet place where you will be comfortable. After some breathing exercises, I will ask you to follow me in a slow, interpretive reading of the psalm. Please focus on my words and images. Let me be your guide. If you find the meditation long or difficult, you may stop at any time and return when you feel ready. If some thought is holding on to you, face it directly, acknowledge its significance. Watch it fade to a remote corner of your mind and return to the breathing. Return to the meditation. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Psalm 27. In this meditation, we will focus on the hope and strength that are available to us when we allow God to gather us in, when we dwell in God's presence. Please review the introductory material on the card before listening to the meditation for the first time, particularly if you are unfamiliar with guided meditations. Set aside 35 minutes when you will not be interrupted. Find a comfortable position, and we will begin the meditation. When you are ready, please close your eyes and turn your attention to your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. The rhythm of your breathing may not match my rhythm, and that's okay. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep your attention focused on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the cool air as you inhale through your nose, and the warm air as you exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Imagine your lungs expanding and contracting. Notice your chest rising and falling. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let each breath be longer than the previous one. Let each breath be deeper than the previous one. Breathe in and breathe out. Each breath is a gift from the source of all breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Each deep breath, each soul breath, is a gift from the source of all souls. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, receive this gift from the source. As you breathe out, return your breath to the source. Breathe in and breathe out. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Continue to draw slow, easy breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. As we turn to the theme of this meditation, allow yourself to follow my words and my images. At the same time, continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Breathing in and breathing out. When you need to turn away from other thoughts and return to the meditation, you can do this simply by turning your attention back again to your breathing, by focusing on your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Adonai ori v'yish'i mimi ira. Adonai ma'oz chayai mimi efchad. Adonai is my light and my help. Whom should I fear? Adonai is the strength of my life. What should I be afraid of? We all find ourselves in tight spots. Armies are encamped all around us. Armies are encamped within us. Our lives sometimes feel like battlegrounds. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. We all have our personal concerns. We are concerned about health, family, relationships, careers. We all have our personal fears. Sometimes we are afraid of death. Sometimes we are afraid of life. Sometimes we are afraid of the past. Sometimes of the future. And often of the present. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. But you, Ribono Shel Olam, you know our fears. You are aware of our concerns. And you hear us when we call out to you. Karov Adonai l'chol korav, l'chol asher yikra'uhu be'emet. You are close to all of us when we call out to you, when we call upon you sincerely and honestly. Your house is always open to us. You are always prepared to accept us, to gather us in. For your love for us is unconditional. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. When we look to you, when we seek your presence, when we turn to your face, we see the hope, the strength, the courage that you provide. Kaveh el Adonai. Put your hope in Adonai. Chazak ve'ametz libecha. Kaveh el Adonai. You strengthen and fortify your heart when you hope in Adonai. Kaveh el Adonai. Hope in Adonai. Kaveh el Adonai. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. As the high holy days approach, a time we look more closely at ourselves, we see ourselves as we are, we see ourselves as we could be, and we see the gap between the two. We know that we fall short in many ways. We can hide our deeds, our failings, our fantasies, our feelings. We can hide them from other people, but we cannot hide them from you. You know us inside out. You know our sitting down and our rising up. You know every word that our souls utter. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. You know every word that our souls utter. To you, our lives are an open book. If others knew us as well, we might well expect them to reject us. Even those who love us the most might well turn away from us. But you, God, will not. Avi ve'imi azavuni, v'Adonai ya'asfeni. Though even my parents abandon me, you, Adonai, you gather me in. You gather me close to you. You are always nearby, always waiting for me, always ready to provide me with hope, with strength. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. You are always there for me, gathering me in, caring for me, loving me, providing me a home. Take a moment to imagine the feeling of unconditional acceptance, of being welcomed by God, welcomed with open arms, of being gathered in to God's presence. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Being welcomed into your presence is all I really need. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai. Only one thing have I asked of Adonai. Oto avakesh. This I ask most urgently. Shivti beveit Adonai. To dwell in the house of Adonai. Kol yemei chayai. All the days of my life. Lachazot b'noam Adonai. To experience the sweetness of Adonai. Ulevaker b'heichalo. To dwell in your presence. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. How can we find this place? How can we dwell in your presence? We may be able to find your presence, to feel your presence, beside a pool of still waters, or on a majestic mountain top, listening to the roaring waves of the ocean, or smelling the fragrance of an orange grove. Your house may be a glittering palace, the synagogue of our childhood, a secluded spot in our own house or garden, or a sacred place deep within ourselves. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. For our ancestor Jacob, Bethel, the house of God, was a rocky place where he encountered God in a dream after a hasty departure from home. Surely God is in this place, Yaakov said afterwards, but I didn't know it. God is every place. God is Hamakom, the place. Every place. All place. How can we find your house? It is wherever we look. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Each of us, each day, has the opportunity to dwell in God's house, to feel the showering of God's blessings, to feel completely at home with Adonai. Whenever we are afraid, whenever we are in narrow straits, whenever we feel pain or aloneness, whenever our lives feel overwhelming, we can draw a few deep breaths and visualize ourselves as dwelling in your house, as the recipients of your blessings, of your hope, of your courage, of your strength. Take a moment to imagine the feeling of dwelling in God's house, of feeling the hope and strength that God provides. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar meod. The whole world is a narrow bridge, says Rabbi Nachman. V'ha'ikar lo lefached klal. But the most important thing to know, the essence of the situation, is that we need not fear at all. Adonai ori v'yishi, mimi ira. Adonai is my light and my help. Whom should I fear? Im tachaneh alai machaneh, lo yira libi. Though troubles surround me, my heart will not fear. Though battles rage around me and within me, I will trust in your presence and your assistance. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. For we are in the house of Adonai, and you will always gather us in, will always provide for our needs, will always provide us with care, with love, with hope, with strength. As we embark on our Elul journey of introspection, we remind ourselves that even while we are on this journey, we are still in your house. That even when things look the darkest, we can turn toward you with hope and with courage. Kaveh el Adonai. Hope in Adonai. Chazak ve'ametz libecha. Kaveh el Adonai. Strengthen your heart. Hope in Adonai. Turn to Adonai. Kaveh el Adonai. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Yiyu l'ratzon imrei fi, v'hegyon libi lefanecha, Adonai tzuri, v'goali. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, Adonai, for you are the source of our strength, Tzuri, the source of our salvation, Goali. Amen. As we close the meditation, continue to take deep breaths until you consider yourself ready to return to your physical surroundings. And then you can open your eyes.